Hey, I'm Caleb and I'm 21. I live in Canberra. So I was 13 when I first joined Menslink. I was still in year 7, I think. Didn't have any male influence in my life or anything. I was struggling a lot with mental health, like I have bipolar pretty bad and stuff like that.
Hi, my name's Brandon England. I'm 18 years old and I've been part of the Menslink community for 4 years now. My story begins when I was very young and I got diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome around the age of 6, and from that point on I started noticing that things were a little bit different in comparison to everyone else's lives, and the ability to learn and to socialize and to make friends and just go through life easily was a bit more difficult for me.
Every other day I was getting into fights at school. Like I got expelled from a public school, which isn't an easy thing to do. I've probably been suspended about 50 times in my life, but I guess it was just like a lot of anger issues, I guess.
I've tried to find ways to escape this sort of feeling, using drugs, messing around, ditching school, because I just couldn't really stand how things were around me and I didn't know what to do about it.
A lot of things that in retrospect don't seem to matter anymore, but I was just angry about being 13 and just having to go to school and deal with the people there, and I was getting bullied and stuff like that. So yeah, things were pretty crappy. Like I definitely wasn't enjoying my teenage years as much as I should have been.
I definitely think that my family was sort of fearful of me. I would lash out at any time. And sometimes just for no reason, just to feel something, I'd try and get angry.
I've been arrested a few times. I mostly didn't get charged with anything until I was probably 14. I got charged with trespassing and aggravated robbery. Yeah, I ended up having to go to court for that, and I got put on a 2-year good behavior bond. I was only making bad decisions. I figured that I could just figure it out when I was older.
I was very, very reluctant to actually change because this is how I had been for so long, just rinsing and repeating the same day over and over again. I was actually very scared to go because because I had Asperger's, it was really hard for me to actually open up and talk to someone. I felt like as soon as I opened my mouth, I was going to be judged for it, no matter what I said.
I had a teacher at my school, he was sort of like the school counselor, and he recommended that I do Menslink, and I just agreed because my mum said that I should. But it worked out to be a really good decision. Throughout everything that I've kind of had to go through, it's I haven't ever felt like I couldn't, talk to my mentor or other people from Menslink and stuff like that. I've met a lot of people along the way. I've made friends with mentees as well. It's been really helpful.
Once I had actually opened up and said what I needed to say, I actually couldn't stop. Everything was just so built up over years that as soon as I actually said something, I just couldn't help myself. It felt so good to actually open up and talk to someone who would actually listen to me.
It was good because it was really diverse as well, rather than just making friends with the same group of people. I had friends of all different ages and races and occupations and everything. You can really get a much broader view of how things work.
The difference is it blows my mind, honestly, and I say that truthfully. From going from practically having no sort of motivation or drive in life and no sense of purpose to actually being able to get out of bed and have this motivation to go out and do something every single day and develop yourself.
Now I'm trying to buy a house and everything. Things work out pretty well. I've got a place, I've got a dog. I'm in a new relationship. I've been in that for nearly 2 years now. She's great. She's at uni.
Having been the person I was and being at a state now where I realize how truly awful that was, I couldn't ever go back to that. That would destroy all of the progress that I had done for myself, but it also had been done for me through Menslink.
I don't think I'd be where I am without Menslink. I don't know what I would be doing, but I know that it would be much worse than what I'm doing now. And I just think that the more people that we can get involved with Menslink, the better, because the more people that are in it, the bigger the community is. I think there's nearly 200 people in Menslink now. Like, it's grown so much, and it needs to grow more, really, because there's not a whole lot in the way of mental health or anything like that for young dudes.
Through supporting Menslink, they're in turn supporting young guys who will be able to turn their life around, make a change, and realize how much potential they actually have.